Hello, my name is Jupiter Hadley, and today we're doing another version of Jupi Plays All the Games, this time with the ProcJam. ProcJam's not technically a game jam, it's a jam where you make something that makes something, so there are a lot of things in here that are like, I don't know, graphics or generative stories, and just other stuff like that. We're going to take a look at each entry for about a minute each, 10 per video. Links to the individual entries will be in the description, so you can check them out further, and all my info will also be in the description. Thank you very much for watching and liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you'd like to support the things I do, consider supporting me on Patreon, as this video is brought to you by the lovely people on Patreon who support me so I can record stuff. Right, next. We're just going to talk about this map generator because it's only executable for Mac, so I don't have a Mac. But it's a quick map generator and explorer. You can refresh it and explores the map again. I don't know. Take a screenshot. There's lots of sources. These look like the maps, which are pretty cool looking. I like that the rooms are shaped, not just square. I guess some of these are like little, I don't know, they look like just little fragments of something, and I think that makes stuff really interesting. This is a much larger map. There's also not a lot of dead ends, or not a lot of long dead ends, you know? A lot of stuff loops back and only is 2 away from being a part of the main route again in that one, which is very good. Sometimes dead ends get me in games, like this one you go through one, and it's only 2 rooms really to the dead end. I wonder if that's in like the coding of it, because it seems to be like that in every single one. Now we're back to the start. So if you're looking for a map generator on Mac and you're not looking for just every room to be square, this is one. Next. We're playing Nuclear Sunrise. Welcome to the proof of concept demo for Nuclear Sunrise, a game based on the SSI's Road War 2000. You will drive alone across the country searching for supplies, vehicles, equipment, and crew members to join you in your quest to get as far away from the bombs falling behind you as possible. On the way, you will encounter enemy gangs, mutants, and mutilians out to stop your journey for nothing more than $20 worth of gas and food. The game was started on the first day of ProcJam, November 2019, but has been something I've wanted to make since I was 10, playing Road War 2000 on my Commodore 64, with my friend sitting behind me watching tiny cars, sprites maneuver across I don't know how to say that, landscapes, and telling me how many arm masters, dragoons, and escorts I should send against the strange group of people eyeing us in the distance. Alright, you have to hit spacebar to start combat. There's no enemy AI yet, so when it is their turn, you will get some warning messages that they're coming, but they won't. When it's your turn, you will get a different message telling you so. You can either click on your car, one of the enemy cars, although they are all 70 station wagons right now. Currently, the only thing you can do is move your own car after clicking on it. There's no collision detection. That was the next thing I was going to work on. So you can just pass through their cars and drive off to the sky. Not quite yet. It isn't really a game right now. You just move a car while listening to the game shout threats at you. It's supposed to have many, many more procedural generation aspects, but right now it's only the background elements scrolling by. Eventually it will have the following features. I'm just going to start the game, sorry. It's very cool that they made something. I don't hear anything. A cloud of dust appears suddenly behind you. Ah. Sound of squealing tires reminds you of your predicament. You must do something now. Is the time to act. For your left, for your right. Oh, this is more. Accelerate, decelerate. Sound of swing tires, blah, 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 blah. Decelerate, decelerate, decelerate. For your left. And turn. Oh, that was a lot more. I thought it was going to be the same thing. For your left, for your right. The sound, steal yourself there. You're coming, you must do something now. It's time to act. I want to just, like, hit one. Sound of tires squealing. I feel like there's probably still no collision. Yeah, so I can't actually do anything. That's okay, though. So I could have just accelerated all the way and just kept doing that to drive off. It's a good start. It's very compelling to hear like why they wanted to make this game, that they're making a game based on a game they really enjoyed. So I hope they end up doing that. Next. We're playing Star Inhabitant. Live your dream life in this perfect recreation of real life, but in space. You can fly around and look at stuff. You can even drink coffee. Coming soon. I'm gonna type in my name correctly. Sure. Log in. His graphics are beautiful. Very beautiful. I just kind of know movement at the moment. Eventually I can drink coffee, apparently. Space movement's always very floaty, so I always get a bit apprehensive about going very fast. I feel like once I get going fast, I'll like die. But I feel like this music matches very well to the beautiful stuff that we're seeing. Can you break through this ring? I feel like we have. It'll blow everything now. It's definitely very interesting, very beautiful. Next, we're checking out the Sitcom Generator. This is the generated series of Rodney's Shoddy. This is season 1, episode 16. What he doesn't realize is that he was only chosen because all the big name players weren't available. Rodney wants to ask out an attractive young woman, but he doesn't have the guts. Let's generate the series again. Series 3, episode 6. The Affront. She returns to Becktekler Schoolis to give him one last chance to admit that he loves her too. The Bachelor Schoolis crew holds a casino party at the warehouse. Paul has 2 dates. Paul has 2 dates, of course he does. This is a different episode, the same, like, I guess, TV show. May's opportunity to stump for votes in the business community is sabotaged by Harvey, who wants to promote Bachelor Schoolis. Harvey starts wearing a wedding ring because he's heard that it helps single guys pick up women. I mean, that's not sound logic at all, but it sounds like a very wild show. This is quite funny. Next. We're playing Proc-gun. I'm going to start with enemies, probably. Who knows? This is like a full-fledged game. I quite like that we went inside that little ship, train, shrug. Who knows? Oh, I can hear explosions. This is great. Level of like graphics is really good. Sounds like some enemies are killing each other. Not good at shooters. We're gonna find that out really fast. We killed one. Reload. Oh, my gun like totally says how much ammo I have on the side. He just rolled. Oh, there's a bunch of them now. I'm like stuck. I need to roll. Reload. Can we crouch? Ah, no, I'm dead. I'm not very good at shooters, but that's a very well developed one. There's a lot of depth there. Next. We're playing Condition Unknown. Hello, voice. It's on the arrow keys. Location, station, exterior. This is the edge. Okay, so we're just kind of exploring around, I guess. Let's view controls. Explore the research station, discover what happened. Log the fate of each crew member in the crew roster. Tab to open. Left click to move. Left click computer terminals next to them. Press tab for the roster. Oh yeah, I was using arrow keys and I was like, these controls don't feel very good. Ooh, okay. We don't want to submit final report. We haven't even found a dead body yet. I think we need to get like a door in. U-door. No, it's just like a building. That's a jacket. Station. Okay, so this is a transcript from Alan Vernal. What is happening in the corridor outside Lab 1? There's something there. Something not human. It's like a cloud of plasma. Electricity. I don't know. Alan. Everyone else get somewhere safe. And that one says communication from Joa. Did anyone catch that power surge? Maybe we should double back to the generator. There's a lot of freaking lights down in Lab 1. Who's over there? So we basically got to piece it together with these clues. Everything looks like it exploded. So here's a body. Wearing lab coat, burns, and suggested electrocution. That's a security guard. Oh, sorry. Wearing lab coat, burns. So I figure out who this is. Maya Noak. Oh no, the thing's here. It's come to the security office. Alright. Was that an explosion? What was it? Where is it? Doesn't tell me who these people are, but there's 2 of them in this control room, and they've been burned. There's one right in this doorway. If you remember burns. Abnormal and vital signs detected from Alan. Oh fuck, it's in the security office, it's in here. It sounds like they were all killed by some, like, electricity monster. It's very interesting, quite creepy. Next. We're playing Neon City, but it's, oh wow. It's, I don't know, written? How do you say? With a bunch of, spelled with a bunch of letters and numbers in it. I don't actually know how to move forward. Alright, it's control to move forward, space to move backwards. Oh, it's space to move forward, control to move backwards, okay. This is pretty cool. This is in browser, so my computer is a bit like, hello, what are you doing? Let's crash into a building. Can we crash into a building? No, we can't. Alright. It'd be cool if we could just break buildings, you know? I think the idea of hover cars is really intense. There's so many, like, accidents generally that I feel like... Ooh, hello game. I feel like giving everyone, like, the ability to fly anywhere in the sky is just a bad idea. And I feel like the game's also struggling with the amount of stuff I'm loading up. I like how the top of the buildings have loads of advertisements. I think that's pretty funny. It's just struggling a bit in my browser. Down here they have different advertisements. Now we're on the road. No one even uses the road nowadays. Next. We're checking out Inherigen. It generates sets of random colored points and draws lines between those points so that each point is connected to 2 lines at most, and then it removes any line that intersects with other lines and effectively reroutes it to points such that no other point should be between the 2. That's pretty interesting. So this is just something that you can watch, really, and it'll connect all of its lines, and then it will get rid of some of its lines. But I think it's quite neat to watch. It's like one of those old screensavers, I suppose. Everything's got to be connected twice, isn't it? But everything's just sort of going through to be connected the first time. But a lot of lines that intercross that are going to need to be moved, I guess. It removes any line that intersects. That one intersects with like 2, it's going to go through 4. Creating lines that are just going to be destroyed. They almost look like star patterns, you know? It's a neat screensaver. Next. We're checking out Procedural Isometric Landscape. This is beautiful. I very much like the way they've done these cubes. They look so interesting. It's created using simplex noise and a 2D canvas. It's just sort of changing automatically. I don't have any input on it. So again, it's sort of like a screensaver. But that's really pretty, like, I guess graphics, like lines. I like how the water continues moving after the land has moved. It does look very nice. Big, tall, like cliffs almost. Yeah, I don't really know what I'd do with this because I can't export it anyway. But it's nice to watch and know that this like look exists, I guess. It's very nice to look at. This is a little lake in this one. Just block based, I guess. Next. We're playing Proc Rogue. I like this music. Alright, we have like a little sword. We got a mini-map. This looks like a boss. Kinda gotta let her go and then hit her. Okay. She's dead. How do we get out of this room? Oh, there's you guys. These enemies are like a little bit challenging. Okay, there we go. We need some like stuff. Upgrades. I kind of like how the blowfish moves when you hit it, meaning that when it decreases, you don't know if you're going to be too close to get hit. That's quite clever. And the blowfish. I feel like the ground is slightly too busy. I wish it was a bit less busy. That's alright. Where's the other? Oh, it's the other blowfish. Sometimes it's hard to find the enemies because of the busyness. This is a neat little game. Do you like the beach theme? Like pirates? Another little blowfish. One here. Next.